What's up, Wikimaniacs? On today's episode, we have a pregnant woman who wants to name her kids something unique, a daughter who refuses to go to her father's wedding, an OP who sends her siblings to foster care, a college guy who is a half-naked girl in his room, and a boyfriend doesn't invite his girlfriend to a family event. For the Patreon exclusive story, we have a father who cares about pronouns, and a holiday is ruined by Redditors. If those sound interesting to you and you want day early and ad-free episodes, head on over to patreon.com/cultivate podcast network. Reddit on Wiki starts now. Expert in fucking, I don't know.
Great power.
For the fifth time, it's your boy Sean.
What's up, Wikimaniacs? It's your boy Josh here with the final Am I the Asshole of the year.
Gasp.
I'm joined with John today. I missed Mondays, and Sean is missing today's.
It do be like that sometimes. Holiday season's always busy, so we apologize. And we just got back from Houston. So
We did, yeah.
Very busy.
It was a fun time, though. I'm sure you guys talked about it on Monday.
Not a lot.
Oh, okay.
Because we're like, Josh is not here, so we shouldn't really. We'll wait till the gang is back.
It'll be in the new year.
True.
But yeah, so next week is not a true Am I the Asshole. I believe we do Am I the Asshole stories.
Do.
We do assholes in that episode. So look out for that. And then on Monday, we got a special episode from Sienna. So tune in for Sangria with Sienna on Monday. That'll be really cool. But John, are you ready to hop into the last Am I the Asshole of the month?
Let's do this. And nothing, it doesn't count for anything. We're not getting punished this month, people, so suck on that shit.
Points don't count on this one, yeah.
It doesn't matter. I have no brown person next to me, so.
Exactly.
Nope.
So go with your heart, John.
I still want to be right, though.
Yes, well, of course.
That is my heart, to be correct all the time.
I won't be keeping score, but John will be in his head.
It will be. I will be tallying for sure.
All right. So the first one here was actually cross-posted by Dogged Mid-Score Vader and Outside Lower Score Flamingo. So both of them.
Ooh, two goats.
Two goats. And the title is, Am I the Asshole for Telling My Pregnant Girlfriend That Her Kid Was Going to Get Bullied for the Name She Plans on Using?
The kid is going to get bullied. I would say it's not their place to really say anything about that because it's their kid. However, the name has to be something really stupid. And it might be
some dumb names.
We had some dumb names. It might be one of those friendly warnings that like, hey, you're kind of setting up your kid for failure here. So
that's
true.
Out
of my limits, say not the asshole for this one.
All right. Well, let's hop into it and see if you're correct. So one of my friends found out she was pregnant a few months ago, and she's really excited to be a mother. I'm happy for her and think she'd make a good mom, but there's one problem. She wants her baby's name to be unique and special, but the way she's going about it is terrible. What I mean is that the name she plans on using is god-awful. If it's a boy, she plans on naming him Danger, spelled Daynger. And if it's a girl, she's going to name her Tinkerbell. So how you feeling about those names, John?
I mean, for the girl, you can't go with Belle. Belle is a pretty name. It's a beautiful name.
Yeah.
Danger, though?
Spelled
Danger?
with a Y.
With a Y? If that kid's Instagram handle isn't Stranger Danger, I would be very upset someday.
Oh, yeah. They're tough.
I don't know,
tough
bro.
Names.
That's yeah, they're gonna get bullied for that.
100%, I think. I wish I was joking. I asked her if she was 100% sure and suggested if she was dead set on those names to make them the kid's middle name. When she asked why, I told her flat out that the child would get bullied if she named him that. I know just how shitty kids can be. I got bullied for my name and changed it when I was 19. She got really upset and told me I was being unsupportive and a shitty friend, and she's been ignoring my texts ever since. It's been more than a week. I'm starting to feel kind of guilty over what I said. Am I the asshole?
I'm going to go with no. I think they were trying. I know a lot of people's experiences are not relatable, but I think this person went through a lot of trauma growing up because of them getting bullied for their name. And
Right.
I think they were being a real friend by saying like, hey, this is kind of what I experienced with having some sort of a different name that's kind of outside the norm. And, if you want to protect your kid from having to go through that, maybe this is a good choice. Hearing the story, I know it's like a one-sided story. We don't know what they were actually telling the friend, so they may be pushing it. But from what it sounds like for me, it was just a one-time concern, saying like, "Hey, this might not be the move."
Yeah.
And then the girl, the friend, kind of reacted a certain way. So, based on this context and based on the information provided, I don't think they're much of an asshole for it.
I'll also say, like, she gave good reason as to why. She's like, I got bullied
Yeah.
as a kid with a unique name. Probably not a good idea. So she came with receipts to be like,
Yeah.
I've been there. I had to change my name because my mom gave me a shitty name, you know what I mean? Or my dad, whatever. I think she's trying to look out for the kid's future, which is, a good thing. I hope your friend comes around to realize that.
Yeah, I hope they come around the danger of using dumb names for your kids.
Reddit deemed not the asshole.
Good.
And you'll love these comments, John.
Uh-oh.
Mischievous lower score Oracle said, I think this kid is in danger. And then Climb and Dive said, he has entered the danger zone.
Highway to danger zone.
So we do have an update with this one.
Uh-oh.
OP says, update, we had a conversation over a call. I decided to tell her about my experiences getting bullied for years because of my name, Shaylee.
That's not even that bad.
But I think it was pronounced Gailey, maybe?
Okay.
I don't know. It's very unclear. She puts that in brackets, but doesn't clarify which one was the actual name and which one was
Pronunciation.
Yeah, I'm not sure exactly.
Gotcha.
And turns out she's been going through a lot. Birth complication runs in her family, and she's been really stressed out about it, along with finding out that her boyfriend, now ex of 3 years, has been exchanging dirty texts with a coworker of his. I had no idea about this, and she expressed regret for taking out her feelings on me. I mean, that's
Okay.
a valid reason for being stressed, but
Of course.
nice of her to apologize. I carefully brought up some of your points and suggested using the name Belle for a girl
Oh, there it is.
with Tinkerbell as a nickname. She thinks it's cute and likes this idea. I also mentioned maybe using Dane as the first name with Danger as a nickname, which she wasn't quite as happy about. She did decide to use Danger, still spelt like that, as a middle name, which isn't nearly as bad as using it for a first name. On the bright side, the kid can tell people Danger is my middle name.
Middle name, I think you can go as crazy as you want.
Oh,
middle
yeah.
name. But first name, that's a little dangerous territory for first name.
For sure. What a great middle name, though.
Danger.
My middle name's Danger.
I know, right?
I love that.
I like that. That's a good update. I do
Well,
like that update.
Kind of. She also did get
Well-
cheated on.
Them compromising together, and
Yes.
oh, sorry, Kevin is here, but not to like say that it's kind of good that she found out about the ex now, as opposed to having,
Yeah.
going a future with them together to find out that he's been a piece of shit this whole time. So
True.
good riddance on that end.
Yeah, and now OP, her friend, knows about it and can support her through
Oh
that.
yeah, absolutely.
So, yeah, I mean, it sounds like just a friend who was stressed out with her own life and just took it the wrong way. So I'm glad you guys could come to a, what would you call it, compromise?
Reconciliation.
Reconciliation. There we go.
Reconciliation.
Perfect.
I don't know words.
That's fine. You knew it better than I did.
I can't pronounce shit.
I don't know how to read. All right. So you were right on that one, John. 1 for 1.
Ooh.
Not that we're counting,
Yes,
but
I am.
this next one, cross-posted by ZMitch8,
Goats.
and the title is, Am I the asshole for not going to the wedding of my dad and his affair partner?
Oh no! Anytime it's an affair partner, I would never attend a wedding like that. Fuck that.
Yeah, they can go fuck themselves.
They could, and chances are they're gonna be divorced in like 2 years. Gonna get married again with another cheating partner. It's a cycle. Fuck them.
Yeah, this one does get pretty sad at the beginning. So buckle up for that a bit. But let's hop into it here. When I was 17, my mom was diagnosed with breast cancer. 2 years later, she passed away. During these 2 years, my dad was not around much. He was always working and going on business trips. My aunt and grandma took care of my mom. And about 5 months after my mom passed away, my dad introduced me to his new girlfriend. I was pissed. I yelled at him how quickly he moved on from my mom when they decided to tell me they had been in a relationship for 3 years. Yeah.
Oh, no.
Bold of the dad to just be like, no, actually, I was cheating on your mom. Your dying mom. Like, what the fuck?
And the dad expect that they're just going to take her in open arms.
But like, why do you think that was the correct way to introduce her?
Yeah, what a fucking idiot.
Holy fuck. That's something you take to the grave, not tell your child. That's fucked up.
Oh, yeah.
My dad has been cheating on my mom while she was dying. His business trips were to meet his affair partner. I was so angry I packed my stuff and left his house, and I haven't spoken to him since that day. Currently, I'm 25. The only family I speak to is an aunt who helped me when my dad left the house, or for when I left my dad's house. A few days ago, my aunt called me asking me how I was and asked me if I heard from my dad. I asked why would I hear from him again. My aunt said that my dad is getting married to his affair partner and going to his wedding would help us mend our relationship.
Nope.
I hope that's what the aunt said. He's marrying the affair partner instead of using her name. That'd be funny. I said, why would I do that? He is dead to me. There was silence on the phone for a bit before my dad replied, asking me if that's what I felt about him. I immediately cut off the call when I heard his voice.
He deserves to get hung up on.
So he's just chilling on the line, eavesdropping.
Hey, put him on a three-way real quick.
Like, what a scummy way to try and get contact with her again.
Ain't even a parent enough to call them themselves, having a middleman do it for him. What a fucking douchebag.
Like, in the past 8 years, hasn't reached out to her.
Exactly.
Or tried to, be a father. So, pretty shitty.
Nah, he just gives a shit about the optics of people showing up from his side of the family, quote unquote, be happy for him during his special day. But ain't no one gonna be happy for your bitch ass after all the things that you did to that family.
Well,
horrible.
You'll see, I guess. So I immediately cut the call when I heard his voice. I realized he was with my aunt when she made the call to me. I texted my aunt telling her not to tell anything about me to my dad, and she agreed. She texted me back saying I was an asshole for saying what I said to my dad, and he was crushed hearing that and I should move on by now.
Oh no.
I did not want to argue with someone who helped me out so much, so I blocked her. Over the next 2 days, I got sent a wedding invitation to my mailbox. The only person in my family who knew my address was my aunt, and she gave my number to various members of the family. I'm now being bombarded with calls and texts from my dad, uncle, cousins, and aunts saying I should give him another chance and come to the wedding. Some calling me names for saying what I said. I got a text from the affair partner saying my dad is thinking of postponing the wedding and I should talk to him. For context, the affair partner was a friend of my mom's and knew she had cancer.
Oh, she a bitch too, dog.
Yeah.
Oh my God. At first I was going to be like, hey, maybe the affair partner didn't know because there's a lot of scummy dudes or women that does that type of situation. But the fact that you knew and you were friends.
Friend of the mom.
Oh, you're just as bad.
Yeah. I said it's not my fault if he postpones the wedding. I don't want to have a relationship with my dad or her. They are trying to force it. It got quiet after that, but being told by so many people from my dad's side I'm an asshole did leave me conflicted. So am I the asshole?
Nope. And you should immediately cut ties with every single person from that family tree.
Yeah.
If they can't see the problem in that situation and they're calling you an asshole for it, there's obviously moral issues with that whole side.
Yeah.
And the fact that it's the same person that knew about your mom passing away and still wanted to have an affair with your father and still carried on with it willy-nilly, that tells me that they are a terrible person. Instead of like acknowledging like, hey, your wife is in her last days, you shouldn't be doing this. You might have made a mistake at one point. That's still unforgivable in my opinion, but to carry it on and to actually have a relationship, and expand to like a marriage at some point. I feel sorry for you. Like at this point, like you don't need to be part of that family, and obviously you don't mean shit to them. So cut them all off and cut your losses.
Yeah. There's two things for me here. It's like how is this family so ready to forgive him for that shit?
Mhm.
Like if that was anyone in my family did that, immediately no contact for me.
Oh yeah.
And I'm immediately making sure their kid is like looked after and okay, which is what the aunt did originally. But then to be like, oh, get over it now. It's like, okay, well, she experienced her mom, losing her mom and then losing her dad all in the span of 6 months. So there's that. And then the other thing I wanted to say, it would be one thing if, the dad got with the mom's friend after she'd passed.
After?
That's one thing. That's
different.
That happens a lot. Like, what is it called? Grief. It's like a relationship built off grief where you both lost someone and then you get together. And that would be like fine. And I'm sure OP would have forgiven you eventually for that. But to admit 3 years you've been doing this while she's like on her deathbed is just despicable. And disgusting.
And you go years not being a father.
Yeah. Yeah. And then to be like, show up my wedding.
Expect it?
Yeah.
The fuck? Hell nah.
Yeah. So Reddit deemed not the asshole. And Child of Obama said, not the asshole. Your dad cheated on your mom while she was dying. And now the whole family is upset. You've calmly expressed how you feel about it by A, cutting your dad out, and B, not attending the wedding. Your aunt also violated your trust by giving out your contact information without your consent. I'd say cut off the whole family at this point, which is
agreed.
Basically what you said, John. So Reddit's on your side.
I love cutting people off. That's my specialty.
That's your go-to.
That's my go-to. The fuck? I got finite time in the world, finite energy, and no one is ever gonna spend that or take that away from me. So don't fuck with me. It's pretty much.
That's a good segue to go out on for a break.
Hell yeah.
So we're gonna be right back so that we can pay John so that he doesn't cut us off.
Do better.
And we're back. John, 2 for 2 going out of the year. We got 3 more. And then we got our Patreon stories. So let's see if you can, close out the year strong.
Let's do it.
So this one is cross-posted by First Sean Energy. I forgot to mention
not AI.
I forgot to mention that this is an all goat episode.
Oh,
yeah. So all the stories today are goat episodes or goat stories.
Love to hear it.
Am I the asshole for throwing my siblings in foster care so I can have a better life?
Ooh,
tricky one.
Okay, so the situation that I'm thinking is this kind of happens a lot in like the Philippines or like a lot of like international countries, right? So what happens typically, I'm just trying to compare the two like right now. I'm going with not the asshole currently. What I'm thinking at this kind of situation is one of those like, hey, I have this opportunity to possibly go to like immigrate to a new country to get more opportunities, to be able to get work, and then work my way up to be able to like get you guys later on to take care of you type of deal.
Right.
I've seen that way too much in the Philippines, and I hear about it a lot. Like a lot of shows that I've seen are like that shit. Even 90 Day Fiance is like that sometimes. So I'm being optimistic, and this is rare for me. I think they're trying to just leave to have a better opportunity so that way they can have the opportunity to get their siblings back.
Right.
So
okay,
that's my hope.
Sounds good. Yeah. No, that's a good connection you made. When I first read the title, I was thinking of the show Shameless. I don't know if you've watched that.
I don't think I have.
Okay. Well, it's basically daughter of a deadbeat dad has to take care of the rest of her younger siblings. That's the whole premise. So that's the first thing I thought of when I read this, but great show. Great show.
Yeah. I mean, like just going off the title, right? There's no way where they know, because I feel like they're struggling in life, and there's just no way they're just gonna be like, throw you to the wolves and go ahead, fend for yourself. This must have been like a super hard, difficult decision for them to make to be able to do that. So
right.
I'm being hopeful. Unless this is Am I the Devil crossbow, then I fuck myself over.
Well, we'll hop into it and see if you are right here, John. So I have roughly too many siblings and even more step siblings. Between my parents and my latest stepfather, we had 8 kids living here. myself,
Damn.
19 female, 3 half siblings on my mom's side, 15, 11, and 9, 4 step siblings, 14, 12, 9, and 6, and my full sister, 6 female. Things have never been particularly good or stable, but now we're at rock bottom. My mother and stepfather are going to be going away for a long time, and everyone is in a rush to get these kids into homes. I'm the only one who's over 18, so everyone wants me to do it, and I don't want to do it.
Like away for, did they say why they're going away for a long time?
I think in the comments it said jail, she clarified, but
Okay.
I'm pretty sure that's what she meant by that.
Okay.
So I'd gotten an opportunity. My grandma on my father's side offered to have my sister, 6 female, and I move in with her and even pay for me to go to college. The thing is, she lives several states away. I talked to social services about this and got the answer that I could move with my sister without a problem because our parents were able to voluntarily give me guardianship of her and I'm her full sister. The rest I could only take if I stayed in the state because they would be a full foster care placement though. I'm sorry, but being forced to stay here would destroy my future. I could definitely survive, but I would be stuck in a horrible place working paycheck to paycheck. I could never have a real life. I made the obvious choice. The social workers were nice enough to arrange it to where my sister and I weren't just standing in front of them during pickup, but obviously they know exactly why they're now in care. The 4 of them have phones and have been texting and calling me nonstop. Some of them for help and some just to scream at me for abandoning them. I know the system is going to be really bad for them because of where they are and their ages, but I just can't do it. I can't blow this. This is mine and my sister's first chance for a real life, and I feel like I owe it to both of us to take it. So am I wrong here? The kids and my mom think I am. My grandmother thinks I should have done something, but can't say what, and wouldn't let them in her house even if it could happen. The only person who doesn't think worse of me is my sister, 6 female, who says she likes the quiet, but obviously doesn't know the full story. So am I the asshole?
Ooh.
Yeah, that's a heavy one.
This is tough. And part of me still wants to say no. Reason being that they've been put in like an unenviable position, right? Like no one wants to be put in that place. Really, the only people to blame in this scenario are the parents for being irresponsible.
I would say the social system kind of let her down too.
That too,
Keeping
but
them in the
it all,
state and like not giving her other options kind of
yeah,
sucks.
but it all stems to how irresponsible the parents are.
Yes, I agree with that. No, I'm just saying like secondary.
For sure.
Yeah.
To like first off, like, you know, they're going away for a long time. We don't know the context if they are going to jail or not, or something. And the fact that if they know they're not equipped to have those many kids, why keep procreating as well? That's another problem. And as selfish, okay, first of all, I don't think it's selfish wanting to have a better life for yourself and for your sibling. The ones that are in a foster care system are like their half siblings, right?
Yes, yeah, step siblings.
So that's a difficult place to be in. However, I do feel that you deserve to have a life outside of that. Now I think about it, I do agree with you, Josh, that the foster care system did kind of fail them a little bit too, just because they were not able to at least get them together. But I don't know, you're like 17, 18, having to take care of a family like that. That's difficult. And
Yeah.
I don't want you end up resenting the life that you have because of said situation. So I think OP deserves to have a shot to make something out of themselves. So that way, hopefully down in the line, you know, they can get them back and live a life together. But I completely understand why the step siblings are upset, because I would feel betrayed too. But you know, once I grow up, get a little older, I think I'd also understand why they did what they did.
Yeah, I think right now it's tough because it's like it's not her responsibility. You know what I mean? Like she's 19. She has this great opportunity for her and her sister to, be in a better condition and go to college, presumably get a better job, where she's not working paycheck to paycheck, and then she can help support her sister also getting through college and stuff like that. And, 15 years when she's ready to go. So It's tough. It sucks because, yeah, they are also your siblings. But I mean, it's a lot to ask of a 19-year-old who
Way too much.
didn't ask for any of these kids, let alone her
Yes.
sister, who she's going to be helping to take care of. So it's an awful situation to be put in. And yeah, like you said, the mom and dad are the obvious assholes. If you wanted to have that many kids, you should, not go to jail because that's your fault.
Presumably, yeah.
Yeah. So fuck you at the end there when you said your mom thinks you're an asshole. Like
They
the
are for
balls.
fucking.
The
I know,
fucking
right?
balls to say that when you're the reason that this is all happening. So
Yeah.
shitty parents putting you in a terrible situation. And yeah, like I said, I mean, I've heard terrible stories about the foster care system. It
Same.
sucks that the state didn't allow you to, I don't know, even put
Work
you
something out
in
at
the
least,
same
right?
neighborhood or same city where you're going to move to or something like
Yeah.
that, where it's like, I don't know. And it's tough because I know there's tons and tons and there's not enough funding. And that's a, whole other issue, but yeah, it's shitty. I hope the kids, get good homes and they're fine.
This is a very tough choice. There's really not a right judgment for here, like
Yeah.
it's just, and it's also difficult to pass judgment in this scenario just because we don't know the entirety of the scenario that they're going through. Like you said, Josh, like a 19-year-old having to worry about like the semantics and like the logistics of taking care of multiple people.
Yeah.
The
7 other
youngest
kids.
being the youngest being a 6-year-old. That's rough. Like as a 19-year-old, you should be thinking about like what college that you're gonna go to or what you're gonna major in, or hell, normal 18-year-olds probably are out partying somewhere, but they were forced to be an adult so fast, and that sucks. And I don't know, like you just never wish that on anybody.
No. And Reddit agreed with you. They said not the asshole. Agent Rock 44 said, my favorite part of all is what I'm assuming are all adults volunteering the 19-year-old to take care of 8 kids. That is way too much burden to take to place on a 19-year-old. She may
Yep.
be legally an adult, but in reality, she's still a kid herself. And I love how the mom is a mad lady. If it was so important for you to keep your kids out of the system, then maybe you should have kept yourself out of jail.
There you go.
And I think that is a excellent
Agreed.
placing the blame on who it should be placed on. With that, we're going to move on to the next one here. Cross-posted by Phoebe the Fan.
Ooh.
Another goat, like I said. And this one's a super long title. So, am I the asshole for not offering a girl I barely knew a hoodie and sweatpants to cover up her slutty elf costume when she ended up at our house after the bar and frats let out?
Is this like slut shaming now? Is that a thing for
Definitely
them?
feels
And
like it.
yeah, this gives me incel vibes.
Okay.
So
I like it. Wish Sean was here.
yeah, I'm gonna go asshole for that. I mean, if it's just, you said a sweater, is that what they were saying?
Hoodie and sweatpants.
Hoodie and sweatpants. I mean, hoodie and sweatpants. You should have a. I mean, presumably a lot of people have those. Just
Not everyone
sparingly.
lives like us, John.
That's true. But to put it out there, calling them that, I'm gonna go asshole. This guy sounds like he does not have any social skills whatsoever.
Okay, let's hop into it and see. Not sure where to begin with this. I guess last night, one of the most popular frats on campus was having a Christmas on the beach themed party. So all around the bar area were girls dressed in bikinis with vague Christmas themes.
Ooh, it's the word that I can't say.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that. How do you pronounce it?
I can say now, bikini.
Because I just said it. Yeah. That's
Yeah,
fair.
before it was big. See, I can't even say it anymore. Bikini. Something like
We
that.
got it out of you.
That was hard. That was so hard.
My roommate is dating this total nut job named Sydney, and as far as I knew, they were broken up. Well, at like 2 a.m., he bombs through the door with Sydney and her friend in tow, both dressed in slutty elves with way too much skin showing. So yeah,
Don't like him.
There's the slut shaming.
Don't like him.
My roommate and Sydney went to his room and still haven't come out. I was playing Fortnite, and the other girl said she was the designated driver and was stuck.
A good friend.
Yeah, that is a great friend. Then asked if she could charge her phone and hang out until Sydney was done. I said, fine. I like how she was like, till she said fucking, can I just hang out here?
Yeah.
Maybe 15 minutes later, she said something like, I know this is so weird for both of us, but I'm not here by choice. I just don't want to bail on my friend. But sitting here with a guy I don't really know in a bikini is weird, and I'm kind of cold. Do you have sweats or something I can borrow? I see you every Monday and Wednesday, and I promise to give them back. Pretty reasonable request.
That's not a bad ask.
Yeah.
If you don't have anything, if you don't have a sweater or sweats, you gotta have a blanket somewhere at least.
And immediately being like when she's like, oh, I'm uncomfortable. Like that's an immediate being like, okay, well, I'll help you out. I don't want you to be uncomfortable.
Yeah.
I told her, no, I wasn't comfortable with that. She asked if I at least had a blanket, like you said, John.
Oh, yeah.
I found one in my roommate's spare room, but it was really small, and I said, sorry, it's the best I could do. She fell asleep on the couch and went to bed. My older sister came to pick me up for breakfast, and she saw the girl sleeping on the couch and asked why a half-naked girl was sleeping under a baby blanket. So it must have been really small.
Why does he have a baby blanket?
Well, it's probably just a super small blanket. I don't know.
Oh, okay.
Also, why do you have a blanket that small? What's it good for?
For real?
In the car, I told her what happened, and she basically got mad at me, saying I had about 30 opportunities to be a really decent guy, and I blew it. She said it sounds like the girl was trying to do the right thing by her friend, and I could have let her use sweats. I could have let her sleep in my bed while I took the couch, and I could have said that she should go home and I'd drive Sydney home. But basically, I was an asshole because I left an apparently nice girl in a vulnerable position, and I didn't even care. She said that I need to grow up if I want to have friends and some empathy, if I ever want a girl to like me. She has no idea if that girl was into me or not, but I missed a great practice round of treating someone in a nice way that they may reciprocate. So am I the asshole?
Absolutely. And I am getting confirmation that this guy might be socially awkward. It sounds like you're in a party college and you're home playing Fortnite at 2 a.m. while your friend is, kind of, going Sydney down under, you know what I'm talking about. But
strip on the Barbie, do it.
strip on the Barbie. I can't do it. Sean, it needs to be Sean doing it. But yeah, you completely missed the mark here. I feel like the person was indeed a good friend because one, she could have just totally bailed on her friend, but she's like, hey, no, I cannot leave my friend hanging like this in like a random place. She put herself not only in a vulnerable position to hang out with a total stranger, but she's also exposed in a vulnerable place where she's just wearing a bikini. I can say it now, motherfuckers.
There we go.
You could, again, the most bare minimum thing that you could have done was offer, even if you didn't have a jacket or sweats, you have a shirt somewhere.
Yeah.
You have some sort of shorts
something
or
more.
Like something more than what she's wearing. And the fact that you are already looking at her in a way where it's like, oh, you're wearing skimpy clothing, you're wearing a revealing,
like this is your fault. Kind of
automatically slutty. So your sister was absolutely correct for flaming the fuck out of you. And yes, she doesn't know that she might, if that person was into you, but she knows you exist because she sees you Monday and Wednesday. And the fact that you didn't offer, that just makes you a shitty person. Whether that person likes you or not, you completely missed the mark, my guy.
So you just jumped on exactly what I was going to go into. I didn't love when the sister was like, it's a great practice round. Like you should treat everyone with empathy, whether they're into you or not. So that was kind of the only thing I didn't enjoy about that scolding that she did. But she, the rest of it, she was right. You had a ton of different options that you could have done. You could have been like, oh, hey, like, why don't you go sleep in my bed? I'm on the couch playing video games anyway. Like, I'll just sleep on the couch, whatever. Like, it's warmer there. Tons of different things you could have gone about it to make her feel more comfortable because she's, going out of her way to be a better friend. So,
although not an excuse that I'm putting, but this was like a patron story that we did, and Rich can kind of go back and listen to that. But remember that story we did where someone coming over disrupting their routines.
Oh yeah,
right.
True.
So it seems like this person already has social awkwardness, and maybe like someone popping up out of nowhere because he was kind of like shaken up when the friend came over with somebody else, right? So maybe part of a routine kind of got broken for him, and he didn't know what to do with the situation. But that's not an excuse not to be like at least a decent person.
Sure, and listen, like I think my biggest concern with him is him being like slutty, like using those kind of terminologies, because that's where he's like,
Agreed.
feels like he's judging. Where if he was just like socially awkward and didn't know what to do, but it was like, didn't use such derogatory terms towards women, I'd be like, okay, I mean, you're an asshole in this situation, but learn.
He's an
from
asshole
it.
regardless.
But learn from it. You know what I mean? Like,
Yes.
become a better person, and try to look to be empathetic towards people.
Of course.
So Reddit deemed asshole, and Flunk Under We said, this isn't about man or woman. She asked for a favor, and all you had to do was show some empathy and understanding. You're an asshole.
Oh
I
yeah.
think that got to the point that we were trying to make.
Succinct. Love it.
But on that, we're going to hit our last ad break, and we'll be right back with our final story of our final Am I the Asshole story of the year? Unless you're a patron.
For free.
For free.
Unless you're rich.
So stay tuned. And we are back with the last one here. Cross-posted by our final goat, Disney Can't Stop Me. And the title for this one is, Am I the Asshole for Not Inviting My Girlfriend to a Family Event?
I'm gonna say yeah. Wait, I'm going with no. Just because I'm posting something where this was an old TikTok that we had, and I'm just recycling through. But they were not invited on a family event because their boyfriend did a knock knock joke and it was really offensive. I think it was like the Mike guy, and it was about like the sister having like losing a kid, and they kept making a joke about it. So maybe the girlfriend was out of pocket in some way. So they're like, yeah, you're not invited to the family party anymore.
Okay. That's a crazy story. I can't wait to see that one.
The only reason why it's because I literally just scheduled it today.
Oh,
so
wow.
I'm like, okay. That's why I was like, okay, this sounds familiar.
That's crazy. All right. Well, let's see if you are correct on the last story here. And goddamn, I wish Sean was here for this one. So I, 42 male, have been dating my girlfriend, 23 female.
Oh, I am wrong, but Sean rule
for about 2 years now.
Oh, that's like double the age.
It's literally, quite literally, crazy.
Yeah, I'm wrong. Fuck. Damn it.
So we met through mutual friends and hit it off despite the age difference. She's mature for her age, and we share a lot of interests in common.
Really now?
However, I've kept our relationship somewhat private from my family.
I wonder why. It's your big age of 43.
Yeah. Recently, my sister celebrated her 50th birthday.
Boy.
And it was a big family gathering with all the relatives and close family friends. I decided not to invite my girlfriend because I wasn't ready to deal with the potential judgment and questions from my family. Oh, that's when you know.
That's when you know you ain't doing something right. Fuck, I'm wrong.
They can be quite traditional and might not understand our relationship. I also don't understand, but moving on.
You couldn't date someone in their 40s?
My girlfriend found out about the event after seeing pictures on social media and was hurt that I didn't invite her. She said it made her feel like I was ashamed of her and that I didn't see our relationship as serious. I tried to explain my reasoning, which probably didn't help. I don't
think it helped at all.
And she's been distant ever since.
Ooh.
So am I the asshole for not inviting her to avoid family drama?
Yes, on both accounts. Fuck me. I wish I could have gone perfect this year, but my God. Yes, for that breaking the Sean rule. Like
so badly.
Bad.
So badly.
I wonder why you're ashamed of your relationship. So why are you dating someone twice your age?
But she's mature for her age, John, okay?
Yeah, if she was so mature her age, then pull up to the party then. Shit.
Yeah. I mean, even if she was mature for her age, what's that make her, like 26 max? You know what I mean?
I don't know. Honestly, I the more Sean talks about it, I'm also starting to understand, like, what do you have in common with like a big gap like that? Like,
I don't get it. Don't know. That's crazy difference.
When homeboy went to college was like $10,000.
She wasn't born when he finished college.
No.
Like, that's crazy. Oh man, it's one thing if it's like 42 and 62. You know what I mean? Like, that's different.
Yeah, because they hit a certain moments of their life where it's like, you've seen shit as an adult. You haven't seen a lot as a 21-year-old. You're probably still out fucking partying.
Yeah.
Ending up in a bikini in someone's couch at 2 a.m. as a 21-year-old.
Oh God, I hope not.
Yeah.
Not that guy anyway. Yeah, I'm also very curious as to the friend that introduced them, how they feel about this, because that's, you know, pretty weird. But anyway, Reddit deemed asshole, obviously.
Fuck me.
And Quantum Penguin 42 said, honestly, you're the asshole. The age gap between you and your girlfriend is not just a number, it's a whole generation. At 42, you should be mature enough to understand the power dynamics at play when dating someone who's 23. She's at a completely different stage in her life, and whether you admit it or not, the imbalance is there. It's concerning that you're not only dating someone so much younger, but also hiding her from your family. It raises questions about the validity and integrity of your relationship. If you were truly proud and respectful of her, age wouldn't be a factor in introducing her to your family.
Oh yeah.
So I think that's a great sum up of what we were talking about.
Bad.
You know how bad this relationship is. You know.
If you're even embarrassed to pull up with your girlfriend to a party.
Yeah.
Ooh, boy.
Crazy.
I do wish Sean was here. I could imagine his thumbnail face at the moment.
he would have been just 1, 2, 3, 20.
he's gonna go like this, and he goes, ah! That's exactly what he'll do.
That was perfect.
We hung out with him too much this weekend.
We did. It was great. That is it for today's episode, Wikimaniacs. That is it for Am I the Asshole? But wait, John.
Oh, you're doing it to me.
For the last Am I the Asshole? I put in an AI story that doesn't count for anything. It's just more for fun of doing it and the tradition now. So can you identify which of the 5 stories we did today were the AI story?
Do you have the titles again?
I do have the titles for you. So we got...
Please read it to me, brother.
Am I the asshole for telling my pregnant friend that her kid was going to get bullied for the names she planned on using? Am I the asshole for not going to a wedding that my dad and his affair partner? Am I the asshole for throwing my siblings in foster care so I can have a better life? Am I the asshole for not offering a girl I barely knew a hoodie and sweatpants to cover up her slutty elf costume when she ended up at a house after bars and frat let out? I should have just shortened that one. And am I the asshole for not inviting my girlfriend to a family event?
How many choices I have? 1 or 2?
We'll go with 1 because it doesn't really count for anything.
1?
So
okay. So I'm not going with the danger one. I think that's too specific, and I don't think AI can come up with something funny like that.
Okay.
I don't think it's the hoodie person, just because I know there's a lot of socially awkward people out there. I am torn between the wedding with the cheating partner.
Okay.
I'm also, my other choice would also be the inviting the girlfriend that's like complete, like with the big age gap.
Okay. So you're the sibling foster care one. That one's out as well?
That's out as well, just because I know that situation does happen a lot.
Fair enough. Yeah.
Let's go with the cheating with the cancer.
Okay. John, you are incorrect.
Fuck!
It is the inviting my girlfriend to a family event.
No, that's the Sean rule.
I specifically asked it to write a story with an age gap. Mostly for Sean because I thought he was going to be here today, but
damn it,
I thought that was a good one. If you had 2 guesses, you had it though. So
I was going to say, to my defense,
you had it. So yeah, so the 42-year-old dating the 23-year-old is not real in this story. Although we've read many stories where it does happen. So.
It does happen. It does happen.
So let us know if you got it, Wikimaniacs, down in the comments.
I blame Sean for not being here.
He would have got it. He would have sniffed that out.
Damn it. I know.
No, he wouldn't have. He would absolutely not.
Has he guessed an AI story right yet?
No.
Never. Fuck.
Even the one where he could have saved you, he didn't. So that is it. Let us know down in the comments on YouTube, Discord, or our subreddit. If you want to hear more, please consider joining our Patreon at patreon.com/Cultivate Podcast Network. You get bonus episodes as well as extra stories every Friday, Monday, and you get the monthly bonus episode too.
Yeah.
Which we are still doing. That is still going on the week after Christmas, I think. I forget when it is.
I think it is.
Okay.
You're right.
So you can get that story. The next coming weeks will be a little different. Like I said, Monday we got Angry with Sienna. It's a super good episode. She has Katrina back on. They do a little bit of an update as well as read some Reddit stories. So they kind of steal our bit, John.
Oh, I don't know. I don't know how I feel about that. I'm
Fine. They're better at it than we are anyway.
Absolutely.
And then next Friday, we are all here, all three of us. That's the one we actually recorded in person.
In the same room.
But it won't be a complete Am I the Asshole story. There's some in there, but we kind of just do a bunch of different stories.
Whatever we want.
Yeah.
It was us like recording in person for the very first time ever.
Just enjoying it, really.
Yeah.
So yeah, stay tuned for those next week. And then the weeks after, we've got, I'm sure we clarify this next week, but we've got some best of episodes where we do some of the best stories we covered this month, brought to you by the GOAT Midscore, who compiled
this year, you mean?
This year, sorry. Yes. Who compiled some of our best stories that we've done, whether they're happy, sad, asshole, whatever.
Everything in between.
Everything in between.
Yes.
So we'll have episodes for you for the end of the year. But yeah, thank you very much for this last Am I the Asshole of the year. Thank you, John, for coming on. Shout out Sean for hanging out with friends. He had stuff to do today. We will be back next week. Bye, Wikimaniacs.
I'll be in Disney World. I won't respond to any one of you. Bye.
Bye. To the point where he even threatened to take out his penis to show me what a man he was.
Ew. Ain't no way.